Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. While we continue with our theme of waiting on God, we have Brother Arlon who will be sharing his testimony on waiting on God, how God taught him to wait, and also to trust Him in this season. Hope you enjoy.
Hello, everybody. I would just like to start off by sharing the lyrics of a favorite song of mine in these days when it comes to waiting on God's promises. They hold a special place in my heart because every time I think about waiting on God, this song comes up, I listen to it, and it always gets me through. And the lyrics go like this. It says, I've never seen a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but I've got a promise that I can hold in the middle of the struggle. And it says, God, if you said it, you'll perform it. It may not be how I want you to, but this is what I'll do. I'm going to wait on you. When I think about my relationship with God, and when I think about waiting on His promises, I just think about God as something so big, so strong. It's so hard to understand God. So for me, it's just easier to say, you know what? God is so faithful. He doesn't lie, and His timing is perfect. And that's only when I'm thinking about waiting on His promises. When it comes to me, like my human side, I'm human, I'm not perfect like God, but sometimes I like having things in such a way that I want to control everything, you know. And many of us are guilty of that. We see things in the past. We don't want to go through it again, so we try to order everything. We try to control everything. We want to see in the future. We want to see the now, and we want to put it together in our own kind of little puzzle, when sometimes God has His own reasons for everything, and He sees the past, He sees the future, and He knows the plan that He has for us. But sometimes we just want our own little plan, and sometimes we go forward without waiting on God, without asking Him for direction. And sometimes we may get a little bit of success and feel like we're higher than God. It may not be intentional, but sometimes it happens. And sometimes God has to come in and put us back in our place where we rightfully belong, which is below Him, trusting Him, under His wings, using His strength, His power. And I have so many examples of this because my whole family is a family of truck drivers. We always go on the road. We're always out there in a danger zone. We carry dangerous cargo, all kinds of stuff. But when I go out there, sometimes I like to schedule everything, and I like everything in order. And some little stuff may change my schedule, and it might throw off my whole day. But day by day, God has been showing me, and He has been changing my whole attitude that sometimes it's just better to wait on Him rather than to just rush in and try to do things your own way. Because many times He ends up shifting my plans, and I end up finding out why He shifted it. And I give Him thanks and praise, because sometimes I could literally be dead or literally in the graveyard somewhere, you know, and my family grieving over me. But I just want to encourage you that maybe you're in a season of waiting. Maybe you're in a season, you're just waiting, you're in a closed season, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to go forward. From my experience and from what God has shown me, the best thing to do, for example, with us, if the season is closed, we don't just sit, we don't just ask God, where is the other opportunity? We don't just cry out. We cry out to God, but we don't just cry and sit and stay right there. We take what God gives us, the little bit, and we work on it. We capitalize on it. We improve it, and we use it as much as we can, so that when God opens one door, or when He opens all the doors that He has for you, then you will be ready. So I want to encourage you to give your whole plan to God. Give it to Him. Wait on His promise. And meanwhile you're waiting, don't just sit there. Praise Him. Give Him thanks for what you do have. Work on it. And when He opens the doors for you, then you will be forever grateful and say, God, if you hadn't let me wait, if you hadn't showed me what I needed to do while I was waiting, I don't know if I could have handled it. So God, I just want to thank you. So I just want to leave you with that. While you're waiting, work on what you have. Give God praise, give Him thanks, give Him the glory, and continue to push on.